Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about DeMar DeRozan having a very busy offseason. I'll be throwing up some workout highlights and everything like that. Also talking about some expectations and predictions for DeMar DeRozan in this upcoming season. And Bleacher Report just put out an article naming DeMar DeRozan one of the most overrated players in the last 10 years. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It only takes a second and it helps me out a lot. And some comments and questions below today's video about all the topics I'm about to jump into. Also, speaking of some updates, definitely check out my last video if you guys missed it. I gave a huge injury update on Lonzo Ball. I was also talking about Coby White and DeMar DeRozan being at CP3's offseason camp in LA and Javonte Green's role for this upcoming season. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video because DeMar DeRozan, he's had a very busy offseason. And I remember last offseason when the Bulls signed and traded for DeMar, I was very happy with that pickup. I mean, obviously there was a lot of talk about his fit with the Bulls and fit next to Zach LaVine, and thankfully him and Zach LaVine proved all the haters wrong. I mean, I remember last offseason they listed DeMar DeRozan the worst free agent signing, and then look at what he did during the regular season. I don't know, I'm happy that Bleacher Report honestly put out this article. I'm going to be talking about that later in today's video. But back to what I was saying, DeMar DeRozan's had a very busy offseason. I'll make sure to throw some highlights of him in the gym and some Drew League highlights. I mean, for this past offseason, I feel like every other day there was new pictures or videos of DeMar DeRozan in some runs or some workout highlights. I mean, this whole offseason, he's been in the Drew League. I saw he was playing with LeBron. I mean, he also brought Patrick Williams into a Drew League game. I mean, that was super cool. I mean, DeMar's been a great mentor, especially the Patrick Williams. And I think it's obvious DeMar DeRozan has really taken Pat under his wing. I mean, like I just said, he invited him out to some Drew League games. He also invited him out to LA for some 4 a.m. workouts. And DeMar and Zach LaVine held some team workouts in LA a few weeks back as well. Also, like I just said earlier in today's video, DeMar and Coby White are at CP3's camp in LA. You know, there's also been some workouts of Chris Paul working out with DeMar DeRozan. DeMar's also had some Drew League runs. He's had some runs with Devin Booker and Chris Paul, you know, the team workouts in LA. And, you know, DeMar DeRozan's had a very busy offseason. I think it's obvious he's ready for this regular season to start. So I also wanted to talk about, can DeMar DeRozan, I'd say, continue to do and provide what he did last year for the Chicago Bulls? Let me know your thoughts below today's video on that whole topic and DeMar DeRozan's very busy offseason. And let's just be real, I love the DeMar DeRozan pickup, but I did not expect him to play out of his mind all last year. I mean, it's not often that players have the best season of their career at age 32, especially 4 seasons after their last All-Star appearance. You know, last year was insane. I mean, like I said, Bleacher Report listed him the worst free agent signing, and I know DeMar DeRozan took that to heart. And hopefully he does with this Bleacher Report article as well. I mean, other than DeMar just being a walking bucket last year, hitting incredible shots, back-to-back game winners, you know, clutch shots, just king of the fourth, taking over in the fourth every game. I mean, in his 13th NBA season, DeMar DeRozan set a career high, averaging 28 points per game. And while putting up 28 points per game, he also did shoot 50% from the field and a career high 35% from three-point range. I mean, it was an insane year, but can he continue to perform like that? I honestly believe he can. I mean, I feel like DeMar DeRozan's age, you know, sure, he'll be 33 this season, but I feel like his game fits well into the current day NBA, and especially because, I mean, his offense mainly just relies on him just being smarter than the other opponent and hitting tough shots over the other opponent. His game really doesn't rely on athleticism. That's why I believe DeMar could definitely keep this play up, but at the end of the day, I don't want him to keep this up. You know, this Bulls team should not need DeMar DeRozan to be averaging 28 points at 32, 33 years old. Hopefully, Zach LaVine, you know, he's finally healthy. He's had a very busy offseason as well. You know, he did have a knee surgery. I heard that went well, and he's looking good in the gym working out recently. Hopefully, Zach LaVine can truly take over and become that #1 option, because I love DeMar DeRozan. Like I just said, his game fits well into the NBA, especially with him getting older. I feel like he can still dominate in the NBA, but I honestly believe for this Bulls team to take that next step, the young guys are going to have to take over, especially Zach LaVine being that #1, maybe slide DeMar to the 2. I feel like that would be best for the Bulls' future. Definitely let me know below today's video your thoughts on DeMar having a very busy offseason and if he can continue to match what he did last season for this upcoming season. And the next topic in today's video is about Bleacher Report putting out this article, and they listed DeMar DeRozan, one of the most overrated players of the last 10 years in the NBA. And let me just first off say, when is Bleacher Report going to learn? I mean, last offseason they named him or listed him the worst free agent signing, and then he had an MVP caliber year. And honestly, if this Bulls team never got hurt and never dealt with COVID, and say the Bulls finished the season the first or second team in the East, I believe DeMar DeRozan had a fair chance of winning MVP. Obviously, that did not happen due to injuries and COVID, but Bleacher Report did put out this article, and I can't believe that. I mean, DeMar DeRozan, he's a fantastic basketball player, you know, even by just average NBA standards. I mean, he's been a 5-time All-Star, and he's averaged more than 20 points for a decade plus now without having a ton of skill, Bleacher Report even said. And I believe that's hateful. You know, DeMar has a ton of skill. His bag is unlimited, you know, especially in the post and the mid-range area. I just don't know what's up with Bleacher Report just hating on DeMar DeRozan. You know, last offseason, they hated on him. He had an incredible year. Hopefully he sees this article and continues to have another incredible year. And I believe the Bulls are going to need that from DeMar and Zach. I mean, especially with the Cavs just trading for Donovan Mitchell. The Eastern Conference is going to be a bloodbath for the playoffs. It's going to be very hard to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. I feel like the Eastern Conference is way better than the Western Conference nowadays, and that was not the same just a few years back. And let me just say, huge shout out to the Chicago Bulls media team. After Bleacher Report put out this terrible article, you know, the Chicago Bulls did tweet out a bunch of things just praising DeMar and talking about how good he's been. And since 2012, DeMar DeRozan has averaged 22.3 points per game, and that's insane, especially with him not taking much threes, especially in the three-ball era. He's also been a 5-time NBA All-Star, a 3-time All-NBA honors. He's also shot 46% from the field, and this is incredible. This final stat, he's played in 60 plus games every season. That is unheard of. You know, this man, he's a walking bucket, obviously super clutch, king of the fourth. He's always healthy on the floor. He's very reliable. I don't know why Bleacher Report is always hating on this man. You know, DeMar DeRozan had a very busy offseason, being a veteran, you know, obviously taking Pat under his wing and Coby White. I'm expecting another big year from DeMar. I feel like his age and his game just translates well into the NBA, especially the NBA nowadays. I feel like DeMar is going to have another good year with the Bulls, but I truly do hope Zach LaVine can overtake being the number one. I feel like that will just help out Zach LaVine taking his game to another level, and it will just be the best thing for the Bulls' future. Definitely leave some thoughts and opinions and comments and questions below today's video about DeMar DeRozan having a very busy offseason, being in the gym, in open runs, Drew League runs with Patrick Williams, Coby White, every other day. I swear there was always videos and pictures coming out, and Bleacher Report putting out this terrible article calling him one of the most overrated players in the last 10 years. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel and the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. I'm super excited for the regular season, and I just can't wait for training camp and preseason to start. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.